What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for watching another video. Today I am in my S3 and we're going to be talking about my future plans for this car, ranging from anything to performance, to exterior mods, to suspension, to interior stuff, what my plans are going to be for 2023 going forward with this car. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and if you have any questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Let's get right into it. The first thing I'm going to touch on, guys, is the performance, which is what most people are going to care about. And before I get into that, I'm going to just go over exactly what's done to my car if you are new to my channel. This is my 2017 Audi S3. It is a full bolt-on car with upgraded turbo, a Vortex XL to be exact, with MPI, Arias restyle, brushless fuel pump, intercooler, pretty much every bolt-on that you could think of besides opening up the engine and building the motor. There are a couple of little things that I want to change on my setup on this car going forward this year. The number one thing that I do really want to change is my intake setup. I am going to be running the Blaze version 2 performance intake, which is the craziest style, craziest looking intake on the market for the MQB platform right now. And there have been a lot of tuners that have done a lot of different data logs with that intake, showing that you actually get pretty good performance gains off of that intake. And one very important thing is getting boost coming in earlier, reducing wastegate duty cycle, and basically without any kind of refinements to the tune, actually making more boost because of how open and non-restrictive that intake setup is. So I'm going to be running that intake. I'm going to be getting it very soon and installing it, and I'm going to be doing a couple of logs to see how much different of results I get from my current setup right now, which is an MST inlet pipe with an APR open intake, to the whole Blaze version 2 performance setup on the car. That's going to be the first thing that I'm going to be changing on this car, on this setup. And believe it or not, the second thing that I really got to do, and this is my fault for not doing it before, but it's okay, I need to do the EQT discharge pipe kit, which is basically the charge pipe, the upgraded ones from the factory ones. Yes, I am still running factory charge pipes on this car, and with how much boost this car is seeing and timing and everything, the factory charge pipes are not ideal as getting something that's upgraded, more free flowing, bigger, so you get more air, better throttle response, and all of that stuff. So I really got to get the ball rolling on that. I'm going to be ordering the EQT discharge kit very soon and installing that on this car, and I'm sure it's going to be very good, and the car's going to feel a lot better. That's going to be performance mod number 2 that I'm going to be changing. And last but not least, the one thing that I've been going back and forth about, and I said I wasn't going to do it, and to be honest, it's going to happen, and it is what it is. I'm probably going to be doing some sort of catback exhaust on this car. Now, I'm not 100% sure exactly what catback I'm going to be going with. Preferably, I want a valved catback system where I can close the valves if I want the car to be quiet, and then I can open them up when I want the car to be a lot louder. And the reason why I want to get a catback system, even though I was pretty much content with how this car sounds, is I just want something different. This is not my daily driver, and I want the car to sound better. I want the car to be a little bit louder. I want the car to sound a little more mean, and I think that's the only way that I'm going to be able to achieve it. And I don't want to cut out the rear muffler and just do a straight pipe, because these cars sound absolutely awful with the straight pipe exhaust, and I refuse to do that on this car. So I'm going to be getting some sort of catback that has a rear muffler a little smaller, a little less restrictive, and more free flowing, where there's going to be a little bit louder but not obnoxious. I'm going to do my research and see what catback system is going to be the best for me, and most likely it's going to be a valved catback system where I'm able to open and close the valves as I want, so I can get the exact sound that I want out of this car. And I think it's going to be beneficial to me, and it's going to make me happy if I go that route. So those are going to be the 3 things that I'm going to be doing performance wise this year that I'm going to be changing, and everything else is most likely going to be staying the same, but it's definitely going to be my intake system setup. It's going to be getting the discharge kit for the charge pipes on this car, and a catback exhaust. Now we're going to be touching on the exterior of the car. There's not much to really change, but there are a couple of things that I do want to get for this car that I think are going to improve the look. Number one, something that I've been wanting to get for a while, but I decided I wanted to do performance before anything, is getting a carbon fiber rear diffuser. These cars look so good with a rear diffuser, and if I pair that with a nice fat exhaust tip from a catback exhaust with a carbon fiber diffuser, I think it's going to look absolutely incredible, and it's going to tie in the rear look of this car exactly how I want it to be. So I'm going to be getting a diffuser on this car probably sometime in the spring or the summer. The second thing, and it's one of the hardest things to find, believe it or not, are side skirts for this car. I want to run side skirts on this car. It makes the car look a lot more aggressive and a lot nicer, but not many companies make side skirts for this car, or at least ones that I like. It's very tough to find, like, believe it or not. And I really want the car to look more aggressive. It's going to make the car look a little bit lower with the side skirts, and overall, I just like the look of some sort of skirt on this car. I think it will really tie together the look and put everything all together. And the final thing that I want to do, and I'm surprised that I haven't done it yet, but it's a very popular mod to what a lot of us A3 and S3 owners do, is putting an RS3 style grille on this car. The mesh grille, to be exact. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. I really want to do that mesh RS3 style grille. I'm surprised I haven't done it yet. It's just something that I didn't really find necessary to do at the moment, but now that the car's gotten to such a level, I think now I really want to tie in the look of this car together, and I think the RS3 style mesh grille will really tie the front end together, and that's something that I absolutely want to do. And I love the way they look, and on these cars it's pretty much a must if you're going for the nicest looking setup possible. So now I'm going to go over two things: suspension and tires. Now let me go over the suspension really quick, because this isn't something that I'm 100% sure on. It's something that I've had in my mind for a little while, but I'm very content with the setup of the car at the moment. So right now I'm running 034 lowering springs on my S3 with the factory mag ride, and the car actually rides very well. I love the way the car rides. It's very comfortable, honestly, even maybe a little bit more comfortable than stock. When these springs 100% settle, the car rides phenomenal. And still, after I probably put a couple thousand miles on this setup already, and I have absolutely no complaints with the way the car feels. It's amazing. But I feel like I am just at a point where I just want a little bit more adjustability, and I want to be able to possibly lower the car a little bit more, and I want to do it right. And I'm thinking that I want to do some B16 Bilstein coilovers, which are a really good setup that a lot of people recommend, that they ride super comfortable. They go pretty low if you want to, and you still keep that comfortable ride. And the only thing that's kind of kept me away from that is because I'm going to get a suspension fault code. But there is a gentleman now in the Facebook groups, and he's been making them for a little while. I'm sorry. His name is Mark Woon, and he makes mag ride delete kits that apparently work very well, and they're in like proper testing right now, and EQT is actually going to be selling them on their site very soon once it's 100% good to go. And like I said, they're in testing, so that's not something that's going to be, you know, a failure. It's going to be something that 100% everyone knows is going to work, and that's exactly what I want. So I am going to be getting the mag ride delete kit if I do go with the coilovers on the car. But that's something that, again, I'm not 100% sure on. I might want to just keep the car the way it is because it rides so well, and I don't want to ruin that by possibly going with another setup. Now, talking about tires, right now I'm running Apex SM10 wheels. They're really nice. They're a bronze color against the black. I love them. But these need really new tires on them. They're not bad. The car rides okay, but I want a really good tire for when I go to the drag strip, and a tire that I can drive on every single day without an issue. And I have a couple of tires in mind. Obviously one being Michelin PS4 S's. Those seem to be like arguably the best tire on the market. There are other tires that I could go with, but I'm not 100% sure. If you guys want to leave me some recommendations on tires that you guys run, let me know, because I really do need tires when the springtime comes, when I'm going to go to the drag strip. But that's going to be a definite. The suspension is more or less something that I'm just on the fence about doing. And finally, guys, I'm going to be talking about the interior of the car. There's really not much to do on the interior. I love the way this car is. There's not much I want to change on it. The only thing that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I've held off on just to be able to spend money on other things, is I want to get a carbon fiber steering wheel with the carbon fiber paddles. I think that would look super good in this car, and again, they're just sick, and they're not too expensive depending on who you go to, and they do really quality work. So I'm just looking at a company right now that I could order something from, that I could like get a really nice carbon fiber steering wheel from, with the nice carbon paddles. It's going to look amazing, and I think that's just going to tie up the interior 100%. There's not much more I can really do in here, and I don't want to do all like the carbon fiber trim. I don't know, I think too much carbon is just going to throw everything off. So I think a subtle amount of carbon just from the steering wheel would really tie everything nicely together in this interior. And besides that, that is pretty much it. I don't see any other thing that I could really do. And yeah, so that's going to be my plan for the inside. Pretty quick. A lot of people have been asking me about the dyno. Now, the issue that I'm having with the dyno is, in Jersey, in the winter, we get extremely crappy E85 blends. And I'm afraid to dyno this car on full E85 when the E content is reading maybe E55, like not even. Like I went to go test the 2 pumps in my area like 2 weeks ago. I take my little tester with me with some water. I just tested out to see. One pump tested E54 and the other pump tested like E56. And most tuners recommend at least E60 minimum, but obviously I don't want to be riding at the minimum. So my issue has been that I have not been running E85 the past like 3 weeks to a month because the content of the ethanol has been terrible. And I'm not going to blow my engine or have something crazy go on where something breaks because I'm just impatient. When I test those pumps and it comes back with at least like E65, E70, and I do a log and everything's 100%, I'm gonna not drive the car, set up a dyno appointment, and I'm gonna dyno the car and see what it makes. But at the moment, I'm just kind of stuck because I don't want to hurt the engine. I don't want to break the car because I'm impatient and there's really bad ethanol content. So I hope you guys understand that. The dyno video will be coming within the next couple of weeks as long as the pumps are carrying the proper ethanol percentage that I need to be able to do that. So guys, that's pretty much gonna be it. I don't have too many crazy plans for this car for this year, as back in 2022, a couple of months ago, I basically did everything that I wanted to do with this car, and I'm at the setup where I'm extremely happy with where the car is. But obviously, a car is never finished, and there are a couple of things that I want to do to really tie everything together. And those are the things that I have in mind that I'm definitely going to be doing besides the suspension, which I'm still on the fence about. But that might be one of the last things that I do in case I do decide to go that route with the B16 coilovers. But if there is anything that you guys recommend that I do that these cars absolutely need, let me know in the comment section down below. These are just the things that come to my mind immediately where I know that I really want to do them and I'm like, hey, I need to get this done before the year ends and make this car season a good one. So again, that's just what I have in my mind. If you guys know of anything else that you, hey dude, like buy this or buy that, or you should get this for your car, it's really good, like let me know, and I'll do it because I want to make you guys happy. I want to make you guys enjoy the channel and enjoy the car, and if it's something that's going to bring a personal benefit to me and make me enjoy the car even more, I'm extremely open and happy to do that as well. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. My channel's been doing pretty good overall so far to start 2023. A lot of new subs and a lot of people, you know, interacting with me, and I love that. And if you guys always, if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I try to get to them as soon as I can. No joke, there are days that I get dozens of messages asking about car parts and setups and stuff like that, and I get to as many people as I can within the day. And also, if you want to email me in my business email that's in my bio for my YouTube channel, you can also do that as well. I've had a lot of people send me emails that I answer them when I get a chance as well. Let me know. I will be happy to do that for you guys. But anyways, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day.